Ladies and gentlemen, in this loud, chaotic world, where everyone is trying to prove something, where validation is the new oxygen, most people have forgotten how to breathe for themselves. We live in an age where your worth is often measured in likes, in comments, in applause, but the truth is, none of those things define who you are. The real scoreboard, the one that truly matters, doesn't hang in a stadium or appear on a screen. It lives quietly deep inside you, and it measures something the world cannot see: your effort, your discipline, your integrity, your consistency. That's your inner scoreboard, and that's the only score that will ever matter. The illusion of external success from a young age. We're taught to compete, to run faster than others, to score higher, to be better. In the eyes of the world, we stop believing that life is a race against time, against people, against ourselves. But what if I told you, the moment you start racing others, you stop growing yourself? Because every time you compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20, you create a battle you can never win. External success looks shiny, but it's fragile. It depends on opinions, on applause, on things you can't control. Real success, on the other hand, is quiet. It doesn't need to scream. It doesn't need attention. It's that voice inside you that whispers, "I did my best today." The inner game of growth. There are two kinds of victories in life. The first one is public. The world sees it, celebrates it, and soon forgets it. The second one is private. Only you know about it, but it changes who you are forever. When you wake up early to chase your dream, no one claps. When you fail and decide to try again, no one sees it. When you choose patience over anger, honesty over shortcuts, there's no audience, no medal, no reward. But that's exactly where real strength is built. That's how you keep adding invisible points to your inner scoreboard. Because the world measures results, but your soul measures effort. Unshakable focus, the art of tuning out noise. The hardest thing in today's world is not to work hard, it's to stay focused. Every second, someone's trying to distract you. A notification, an opinion, a comparison. And the more you listen to the noise, the less you hear your own voice. People who succeed at the highest level are not necessarily the most talented. They are the ones who have mastered the discipline of focus. They know how to silence distractions, ignore doubters, and stay obsessed with their mission. You don't need everyone to understand your vision. You just need to stay consistent with it. Remember, external noise fades when your internal purpose is loud enough. Integrity, the invisible strength. There's a kind of power that can't be bought, borrowed, or stolen. It's called integrity. It's the strength of doing what's right when nobody is watching. The inner scoreboard doesn't care about your status, your followers, or your money. It measures your truth. It asks, did you show up when it was hard? Did you stay kind when it wasn't easy? Did you keep your word even when no one would know if you didn't? Integrity builds quiet confidence. It's not glamorous, but it's rare, and in a world where everyone is busy performing, integrity is the calm power that stands unshaken. That's why people with strong integrity never feel lost, because they're guided by their inner compass, not public opinion. Self-validation, the freedom to be you. One of the most freeing moments in life is when you stop asking, do they approve of me? And start saying, I approve of myself. You were not born to impress the world. You were born to express your truth. When you stop begging for validation, your power returns. You start making choices based on growth, not applause. You stop shrinking to fit in. You stop apologizing for being different. Because once you learn to validate yourself, no rejection can break you. No silence can scare you. You become emotionally independent, and that's the highest form of freedom. Your inner scoreboard celebrates courage, not popularity. And every time you stay true to yourself, your score goes up, even if no one else sees it. Defining success on your own terms. Society has a fixed definition of success: money, fame, position, luxury. But here's the truth: those are borrowed metrics. They belong to the outer scoreboard, the one that changes with trends. The inner scoreboard defines success differently. It asks, are you living with purpose? Are you proud of the person you're becoming? Are you giving more than you take? True success isn't about being better than others, it's about being aligned with who you truly are. The richest man is not the one with the most, but the one who needs the least. The most successful person isn't the one who shines in the spotlight, but the one who sleeps peacefully, knowing they stayed honest. When you define success on your own terms, the world loses control over you. Peace over applause, let me tell you something powerful. Peace is the new success. Because what's the point of applause if you can't sleep at night? What's the point of recognition if you've lost your peace trying to earn it? The outer scoreboard celebrates trophies, the inner scoreboard celebrates tranquility. And when you learn to choose peace over pressure, alignment over achievement, you finally step into freedom. Because no one can give you peace, you have to create it by living in truth. The real score, so, my friend, the next time you doubt yourself, the next time the world overlooks you, the next time someone else's success makes you feel behind, pause. Close your eyes and look at your inner scoreboard. Are you growing? Are you honest? Are you moving closer to your purpose? If the answer is yes, then you're winning. Because your journey was never about being perfect, it was about being progressively real. Final message: stop chasing numbers that don't matter. Stop fighting battles that don't belong to you. Stop living for a world that forgets easily. Your real scoreboard is invisible, but it's the only one that will follow you to the end. So promise yourself today, I will compete with no one but myself. I will measure success not by noise, but by inner peace. I will not let the world's scoreboard define my worth. Because in the end, when the lights fade, when the noise stops, when it's just you and your conscience, the only score that will matter is the one you kept within. Fire tagline for video outro: the world measures success in numbers, but your soul measures it in truth. True competition lies within. Most people live their lives trying to outrun others, comparing results, salaries, followers, or achievements, but real growth never happens that way. Your only competition is the person you were yesterday. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, patience over pride, and consistency over comparison, you win another round on your inner scoreboard. The outside world measures speed, your inner world measures progress, and the day you stop comparing yourself to others, your true journey begins. External validation is a trap. One of the easiest ways to lose yourself is to constantly seek approval. When your happiness depends on how others see you, you hand over your peace to people who don't even know your story. The applause feels good, but it's addictive and dangerous. True confidence is born when you validate yourself first. When you no longer need anyone to tell you that you're good enough, you become unstoppable. Remember, external validation fades, self-approval lasts forever. Focus is your superpower in a world full of distractions. Focus is rare, and that's why it's powerful. People who succeed are not the ones with the most talent, they're the ones with unshakable focus. They've learned to drown out the noise, the gossip, the criticism, the pressure, and lock in on their purpose. When your mind stops chasing what doesn't matter, your energy becomes unstoppable. Protect your focus like a sacred flame. It's what separates greatness from mediocrity. Integrity builds invisible strength. There's a kind of success the world never sees. The success of doing the right thing when no one's watching. That's the strength of integrity. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, every time you choose honesty over shortcuts, you build invisible muscles that the outer scoreboard can't measure. Your inner scoreboard records character, not convenience. It rewards the truth, not trends. Integrity doesn't make noise, but it creates power that lasts a lifetime. Define success on your own terms. Most people live by definitions that aren't even theirs. They chase careers, lifestyles, and goals society told them to want, and then wonder why they still feel empty. True success is personal. It's waking up with peace, not pressure. It's doing work that gives you purpose, not just money. When you define success on your own terms, you stop living in competition and start living in alignment. Freedom begins the moment you say, I decide what winning means for me. 6. Peace comes from alignment, not achievement. The world will tell you to keep achieving more money, more fame, more recognition, but no matter how high you climb, if you're not aligned inside, you'll always feel lost. Real peace doesn't come from trophies, it comes from knowing you stayed true to your path. When your actions match your values, when your effort matches your purpose, you find a calm that no failure can shake and no success can replace. That's the ultimate win, inner peace over outer applause.